Hey guys, it's Dawn here, and today I wanted to give you an update on the Hoof Mobile and talk about more about battery box and how I want to upgrade mine. All right, so this is the Hoof Mobile versus the plug-in. I love this tool. It is absolutely a must-have for me and my trimming style. It's very personal preference sort of thing, so you know, it's probably not a must-have for most people, but I love how precise it is. It's precise, it's effective, it lets me do my job easier, quicker, and just trim the way that I want to trim. All right, so a quick correction on my previous video about the mobile and the battery box. I had said that the mobile one pretty much renders the plug-in obsolete, and then I just recently spoke with Donna at Hoof Boss, and she told me that I must have gotten a much older plug-in model, because their newer ones, within like a year or so, they had upgraded the plugins to the more powerful motor. So if you have a newer model within the last year and you haven't noticed any catching issues, that's why you already have the good motor. The more powerful motor was the fix for the catching issue, which unfortunately I have the older plug-in model. But anyways, the reason why I was making a battery box and watch the first video was because it came with these clips, a clip on the Hoof Boss and a clip on the battery, and these clips don't work for me because it's a very short clip, and it basically makes it so it has to be a small belt that can run through it, and that way this clip can work as it should, which is right there. It needs to be able to lock back in and close and seal itself. Well, I don't wear a belt, I just wear farrier chaps, so when I put it on, then it just sits open like that, and when it's open like that, then it just with all the wiggling and stuff, then it works its way out, which is why I removed it. I removed the clip from this battery piece. I don't know what this is called. And I went for a different solution, which was to come up with an idea to put my battery in a battery box. This is, right now, this is just a cardboard box. I sewed up a thing, made a handle for it. That way I don't have to hold it by its cord, and it is very quick and easy. This is just a box that I had that came with a little Altec speaker, and so you can see the foam insert in it is for a speaker. It's not even for this thing, but I left the foam insert in here because I wanted to play around with the idea of having some kind of padding, shock absorption and stuff like that, and some protection for my battery. So it sits in there like this, trying to get the light in there, and then the battery just goes in there, and then it sits like that. So what I have discovered in my experiments, is that it would be preferable to have a box that has a lid that can open up, something like this, right? And I just locked it. This is Dakota's, obviously. This is obviously too big, but I was looking at this box and I was like, that'd be nice. Has a little handle already built in. You open this up and you have access to your battery, and then you just quick latch and it's closed and secure. And if I can have something that is just the right size, and then be able to put a thin padding in it, that would be ideal. So the thin padding I'm thinking about is basically, you see how this foam, this piece over here is just stuck on, this base piece, maybe just that thick. So, oh, I don't have the right. So about, I don't know, what is this? A quarter of an inch, thick padding, just this base part, all the way around on the interior of the box. All right. So if we had it in metal, that would be very protective. I was thinking about different types of materials. Plastic would be good. It's nice and durable, and it's light. Wood would be so ideal because you can carve into it, you can make it look pretty and all that. But for wood to be strong, it has to be either really expensive wood, really good craftsmanship, and wood, for the strength to the thickness, it might be heavier than plastic or metal of the same strength. You know what I mean? So, but it'd be prettier, just a little bit heavier, a little bit more difficult to come by. You need a skilled person to make it. Tin box. I might be able to find one of the right size. Something no larger than this, and maybe even smaller. And a welder could probably make that pretty easily and pretty quick. I'm even toying with the idea of learning how to weld, so that I can play around with this idea. And then plastic, I can't work with plastic. It would just be pure luck that I would find a plastic container that would work and be hardy. Okay, so the handle, is the handle necessary? I think so. I went without the handle for a while, and that just meant that I was carrying it around by the cord, and the cord is strong, but it's not meant to do that, so I'd prefer not to. So I would definitely say that the handle's a must-have. Having the box open up from the top would be great, and this would be the largest size that I would go with. This is a great size. It's small enough to fit under the horse all the way around and not be a big issue. This is about, so no larger than 8 inches. I'm rounding up, by 3.5 inches by, wait, I just did that. What am I doing? By 4.5 inches. All right, something like that. Now, actually, it doesn't even have to be that big. This is a 6 amp, 20 volt battery plugged into this thing. All right, so this is actually the size that it needs to be, plus a 1/4 inch all the way around for the padding, plus a little bit for the actual material of the box itself. So right now, this battery is sitting inside this box, and I got lots of padding on top and on top and below. I have quite a bit of space that I don't need. The side space is about perfect. Actually, that is about perfect. And the depth space, the depth space is, I have no room for padding on the top and bottom anymore, really. All right, so this thing itself with the 6 volt battery is, let's say I'm rounding up 3 inches by 5 inches. 5 inches doesn't give you any room at all. It's about exactly 5 inches. Oops, I should probably show you how I'm measuring. So this is about 5 inches, and I got to see to the bottom of this thing because I want to close this whole thing in there. So 5 inches doesn't give you a lot of room. Jeez. All right, there's that measurement, and then this one across. 3 inches doesn't give you any room. for padding and the space. So then let's say 5.5 inches by 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. Okay, then it would be a box that just has enough space to be the box and give about 1/4 inch around, about. I'm not good with measuring. I just slap things together, take out all that extra space. So for my local friends, if you happen to know of a box that size, that is actually, even if it's cardboard and it's a good quality, I can just cut up cardboard and stick it together if I want to, but I don't want to do that. I want a thicker, higher grade cardboard, the kind that comes in, you know, gift boxes or high-end electronics, stuff like that. If you're local and you get something like that for Christmas and you see it and go, oh, I would love to have it to experiment with. So toss them over my way. If you're not local, don't worry about it. I don't even want to worry about shipping or anything like that. I did reinforce with duct tape. One thing I did was I duct taped this strap that I sewed the strap all the way around, and then it comes across here, so it goes around. You have to see the first video, but I duct taped it over to keep this in place, otherwise it was slipping around. And I duct taped the whole entire box because it was getting worn, and the places that was not duct taped at all, can you see that edge? That edge was painted black, and you can see it's now frayed because it's cardboard. That's because of but duct tape is very sturdy, and it keeps the box quiet. Oh, quiet is the other thing. Tin is kind of loud, but I would probably wrap the tin in duct tape, and have the foam inside, so that would make it quiet, because this is very quiet. So it slides around the horse and stuff, and it's quiet, which is great. So duct tape all the way around for reinforcement, keeping it quiet. Maybe add a little bit more protection and absorption and all that stuff. There you go. Oh, I guess I should show you. Put the battery on the thingy, stick that right into, and it hugs it perfectly. You see how there's just barely enough clearance to slide through. There's nothing on top. And I did have to cut a hole into that box for this cord to come out of, like that. And now you have your tool and your battery box. And I'm going to make more videos on showing how I trim with it, but I do have one video right now showing me actually trimming with it, and I have pictures and stuff, so look for those if you need that data. All right, so there you go. Hope that helps, and I will keep brainstorming. Throw me your ideas too. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.